Hello, my dearest INFJ entrepreneurs. Welcome back to another video, or if you are listening to this one on the podcast, welcome back to the podcast. This week, we're going to talk about social media. It's not something that you can skip. Even if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're an INFJ, if you have a business, you kind of need to have social media. So because we cannot skip it, unfortunately, even if you have like a brick and mortar shop or any business, you would need to be on social media. You would need to have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, some kind of social media you have to still be on for people to know about you, read about you. Okay? I don't think you can skip it. So since we can't skip it, I'm going to help you in this video to kind of make peace with it and think of it and start thinking of social media in ways that you have never thought about before. Okay? So the reason why I love social media is because to me, social media is nothing else but a way for me to connect with people. So it's my number one connection / relationship builder tool. And because I understand, and in order for me to have clients, grow anything, I know that people need to connect with me. I need to connect with people, and people need to have relationships with me. And I need to build relationships with people. That's kind of how it is. So I don't think of social media as this like chore that I have to do, but I think of social media as an opportunity for me to build connections and relationships with people. And the more output I put out there, the more I can produce, the more I can do things, the longer I can do things, the more there are gonna be bits of connections. You think of it like shards of connections that then it doesn't seem like it's gonna be something, but then the more you listen, read, talk, consume things from me, the deeper your connection gets with me. Think of this YouTube channel, for example, right? It is growing every single day, every single month. And even when I'm traveling for 2 weeks and I'm not producing any videos, I still get listeners. I just checked the stats. I had 65 listeners on the 2 weeks I haven't even produced anything. Because to me, that every single thing I ever put out there it has its own life, and it's out there forever to vouch for me, even when I'm taking a vacation or traveling and I don't have time to sit down and talk to you guys and produce for my main business podcast, for example. It's always going to be a driving vehicle for me and for you to connect with me and to learn and to deepen that relationship. So social media is nothing but a relationship builder. And if you think of it this way, you're going to think about what you're going to put out there as well. So what are the things that you want people to know about you? And what are the things that you don't want people to know about? You don't put them on social media, right? So everything that you put out there is representing you. Is representing you, who you are, what you stand for, what you're about, what you're selling, what you're offering, the way you're thinking, the way you are like perceiving the world, like what you're learning. And all of that is a way for people to connect with you and to build relationships with you. And when you're offering something to sell them, then they can buy from you. Then suddenly what you're going to also think about is this is just an art of expression, right? So if this is just an art of expression and all I'm doing is I'm just expressing myself, and I get to do that and I get to speak, and whether or not you're listening or not listening, or you don't like a post, or like, it doesn't matter, because to me, it's a part of my brand, it's part of my business that is gonna live there forever. So even if you skip a post, or you scroll through something, or you miss a YouTube video, or you miss a podcast, you miss it now, but it doesn't mean that later you won't stumble on it, or other people won't find it and listen to it, or they won't scroll back all the way and listen to it. So every single piece of content I ever put out is an expression, and every single piece of content I ever put out is really just a piece of my self-expression. And I remember creating this post when I actually pulled this, guys, in 2023. I was creating this post when I was saying like alignment to me feels like, all right, let me just read it. Alignment to me feels like, I don't care if you like my post or not. I don't care if you buy my programs or hire me to help you grow or not. I genuinely enjoy what I'm doing, talking about, writing about, creating videos about, and that even that if no one paid me and I had 0 views on my lives, I could still go on and on about it forever, because to me, it's all about creative freedom and expression and contribution. And as long as I get to do that, I'm winning. When we think of social media this way, that this is just for me to express myself, that you don't see it now, maybe years later, maybe someone will see it and they find it helpful, or they find it like, oh, that's amazing. I learned so much, there's so much value there. Even if it's just a story, there's always value. And I want to invite you now to think of your life in a lens of every single thing you put out has a weight. But don't look at it like, oh, like I can't just be silly because, oh my God, it's gonna be it's part of who you are. So but think of it like it has weight in a way of, this is part of my brand and my business. And even if I don't see the likes, the comments, the engagement, I know that this will serve me. This piece of content will serve me later. Okay? It always serves you. And so I don't like overthink like, oh, now I have to be like, oh my God, like what do I say? Like everything has weight. Like, no. I want you to just be you. And that's like the next piece of the puzzle. Social media and the way I express myself, the way I write, the produce videos, the podcast, like everything that I do for my business, for the INFJ entrepreneurs business, like everything that I do for these things, like it's me. It's my stories shared on social media. I go live my life. I travel, I experience life, I learn lessons, I talk to people, I work with people, and then I come to social media and share it with you guys and talk about it. So it's not like I'm living my life on social media one way and in person I live another way. It's that I live my life and I learn lessons and I bring social media to share them with people. Or I work on something that I experiment with and I have results with clients and I come to social media and talk about it. So it is a creative expression. Like I'm expressing in a way that is, again, in alignment with my brand and what I represent. And that's all that is to me. Like social media is like, okay, how can I just express myself? And through that expression, how can they connect with me? And through those connections, how can then they reach out and then one day they become a client? So instead of putting out things that you just put out so that people like I just want clients, whatever, I'm going to put this out there so that I look like an expert. Like I'm going to put this out there so that they're going to think of me like I'm great. How about we drop all of that and just put out things that you want to put out and want to express and talk about the lessons you learned, like the things that, that is going on for you behind the scenes, what you're working on. Like have fun expressing yourself and have that to be the forefront of everything, knowing that through that expression, you are able to connect with people. When you're able to connect with people, you're able to build relationships with them. And the deeper the relationship gets, the more likely that when they want to buy something, they're going to buy from you because you build a relationship with them. Does that make sense? I really want you guys to think of social media this way. Think of the long game. Go back to what this piece of content that I was reading out for you guys. Still to this day, I read this and I agree with myself. Like it's timeless to me. And many things and many times, like sometimes I'm reading back and I'm like, okay, actually I have a way of like, now I think differently and I can refine it and talk about it again in a different light. Now that I, grew older, but there are so many pieces of content that I've written, produced, that I just go back to and I'm like, whoa, I still agree with myself. Like that to me is still something that I strongly stand for. And that's kind of how I want you to be doing the things that you are on your social media. Like that's how I want you to think about social media as your outlet of creative expression, as your timeless content pieces, as you're building a legacy. Every single rock is towards the mountain that you're building. And you zoom out, I'm like, oh my God, it's big, it got bigger, your body work. Think of it that way. And also let yourself experiment like how you're gonna express yourself. And don't pretend to be something that you're not. Just live your life as you are. Express yourself in your state in a way that you can. And watch, if you are authentic in your way of expression, if you are getting better at writing, expressing, creating the post, like whatever means of social media that you are doing, you're gonna get better eventually. Then, it's gonna work in your favor in the long term, okay? This is a long-term game. Like this is not supposed to be immediate, but everything matters. All of the posts matters. Some more than others, because sometimes I do just say some shit that comes out of my brain. And some videos that I create some are really good. Some are like, some are like, okay, whatever. Let me just, I'm not deleting anything. It's also something I thought I don't want to invalidate all of the things that I've done before. I'm not deleting anything, of course, but you guys know what I mean. It's not always top notch, but there are some things that were like, yeah, I'm pretty proud of that, you know? So I want you guys to have this creative freedom, you know, on expressing, and not like trying to put up something so that, oh, there is something there, you know? But like, have fun with it, trying to find your voice, find the ways that you want to express yourself the most, and just start doing it, thinking that this might not be it right now, but maybe you get better. Maybe when the clients come to you, it's already there. It's like a catalog of everything that you think and you are about, and you represent, and you stand for, and you help people with. That's what I want you to think. That's how I want you to think of social media. Okay, thank you so much for listening and watching this one. If you're not in our INFJ Entrepreneurs community, you can join. I'll put the Facebook link in the description of this video. Don't forget, courage over fear, progress over perfection. Thank you so much for watching.